Okay, so basically, I'm just trying to chronicle a little bit of what's going on with my life and my story. This video is just kind of touching base with some odd phenomena, some stuff that happens in my life. Odd phenomena, as in plural, uh, because I have a lot of things that people may find personally valid or relevant to their situation. The only intention that I have by revealing any of this information is so that other people can feel validated in their own experience and their highest timeline and their highest good. So basically, just to summarize what I'm gonna let you guys know, well, not any longer because I believe I had properly severed ties, but I was in a spiritual relationship with Lilith, or a succubi high in Lilith's ranking system. And this succubi fell in love with me. I fell in love with her, but we were really toxic for each other, and we kind of showed hatred towards each other in a lot of really fucked up ways that one shouldn't show in a relationship, especially a relationship of that caliber. But simply put, she is able to exert, sexual feeling and force on me, and I give her my energy, emotionally speaking, and other things, but not anymore. No longer will I be giving her any energy, and I completely sever any and all ties with her. But, yeah. This succubi is and was a huge. Well, this succubi is dangerous to my life and was a part of it, but no longer will she be. And I'm just going to talk about some of the different things that I experienced with her. For one, there was a fair amount of telepathy and or synthetic telepathy if this was a human person. Possible frequency manipulation technologies being used to elicit a biological, metabolic, or chain reaction in cognition or consciousness. And the possibility that this is, an actual etheric relationship could be with Queen Lilith. But I kind of severed that tie. I wasn't directly going for Lilith, but I think I partially was involved with her. And if she's the source of this toxicity and pain, then I sever my ties with her. But that's not something I take lightly. Something I need to do very respectfully. And I only hope her the best in her endeavors, in her ability to find love beyond me, and or this succubi of her higher ranking. I hope they find people that can love them as good as I love them, if not better. But they can't get that love from me anymore. I'm gonna take a hit of some pineapple terpenated THCA liquid diamonds, just like Blart, the Blartsky. yeah, I'm gonna go into, what basically our relationship consists of. Or what it consisted of. That quiets the burn down quite a bit in your lungs. Anyways, this succubi and I would go back and forth about the various thoughts I would have. She would put thoughts into my head. She would block certain thoughts, me from thinking them, cause me confusion, large hot and cold switches in emotion, really traumatic words and phrasing, terrible intent, and a couple ways of betraying me, which is why I cut ties. So, I'm not spiteful or anything. I'm just hoping for the best in both of our lives. And, yeah, I could feel her cuddling against me in the middle of the night. I could feel her, getting me to the position of release through various things. And, she even right now, she's talking to me, trying to fuck with me. But she would spiral me in these different directions with conversation, and then place thoughts in my head and stop me from thinking other things and confusing me on other things and trying to see what she could do to manipulate me or my intentions. And she tried to do a lot of humiliating, terrible things on me. She came in a really humiliating, terrible form because it validated some of my issues. It was the perfect package to show up in, though, to cause some real emotional damage. But there's like a whole psychodrama of shit that happened, and I'm sure that she's talking with other people, especially the other people present in my head. But currently, I moved into the room that my cousin Luke now used to sleep in. And there's a tarantula, which at first, when I got to know this being, they revealed themselves to me as Teotihuacan, the Mayan spider goddess, or tarantula spider goddess of death. And she, that's how I got to know her. And the name on the tank was with Lilith, and I had made a blood pact and pledged to Hecate, possibly Lilith. Sophia, the true eminence of light, feminine and masculine eminence of light, or the true feminine eminence of light, to reunite with my true masculine within me, or or Mary Magdalene, the wife of Jesus, and the enabler of Christ consciousness and the ruler of the seven heavens. So, I made a pledge to them, and then the very next day, I was put into a long 4-day humiliation ritual that I used to break cycles and ties to old cycles. But going into the mental hospital, that was a regular occurrence in my past, in the past decade. But I'm fine. I'm coming out on top of it. But recently in this room, she was trying to get me to the position of release, and I wouldn't let her. She's even touching me right now as we're talking. It's really fucking pissing me off. I'm done with it. I'm completely done with it. And I don't want any part of it anymore. And she just continues. But that's a whole nother story. Basically, she tries to get me to that point, and I say no. And I'm trying to break and sever all physical or spiritual ties to her, and also a couple people that took advantage of my light and my service to them to enrich and help their lives for their own gratitude and sick pleasure. And I cut them off physically, electronically, and energetically. Well, I'm about to do the final energetic cleansing, but basically, I mean, I'm to the point where none of this that's meant to hurt me can affect me really at all in any way. I just have to not give in to the emotional manipulation in games. Non-reaction, no reaction is the reaction type shit. Yeah. Yeah. But there's been... Hold on, let me quiet the burn. So this person's been trying to get me in that position, knocking over certain things in my room, making noises. The room that I'm supposed to stay in right now, making noises. The spider always moves their position every time I turn off and on the light. Or maybe it won't specifically this time because I say it. Who knows? But also I felt last night in the specific places that are for certain things, I felt spiders, and a spider jumped and slapped me on the back and ran up and crawled up my neck and off my shoulder. Pissed me off. Told him to stop, and then I started burning dragon's blood incense. Not knowing, but also knowing somewhere deep down that it had protected properties. And they haven't been able to touch me, but she touched me out here, so I may have just moved her out of the room. And she's out in here, so I gotta do a cleansing of the whole house or some shit. I don't fucking know. But I want to do that to Lilith in her space. That's also a respectful offering. You know? It's a respectful offering. Hello. I talked to Lilith's respectful offering. Scooter the parrot says, hello. She's a good girl. She probably just wants a cracker or something, but I don't know. Hello. She senses I'm making a video or some shit. Hello. What are you doing? Well, yeah, that's basically what I'm going through. Some stuff. And she's constantly in my head, constantly communicating with me what she thinks about my thoughts. It's like a naked sort of connection with someone where you don't have any way to be roundabout, but yet she doesn't understand my mind so much in the processes that it works in, that most of me is indecipherable to her. And she just is now realizing and getting karma for realizing what she lost in this position. So I bid them farewell, and good luck and good riddance. Respectfully. Anyways, that's all I got for right now. Later.